Hi, everyone, and welcome to our course. I'm going to start with a quick run through of our course shell. So you'll see here that our course is laid out in Canvas. This is the home page. You'll see that all of my courses are formatted the same way, regardless of the topic. And then inside, the different assignments might change based on the subject matter that we're covering. Okay, so here's my welcome, a couple of tips on how to navigate the course. And then for the most part, you'll be using this sidebar to get through the areas that you need to get to. Okay. Probably the most important part is the modules. And you'll see this is where the course is laid out. So the first thing you'll want to do is you'll go through the introduction of the course. So this is all the material and sort of serves as our syllabus for all the guidelines and policies. There'll be some required studies. These are actually released throughout the weeks that we're in. And then finally, there are the assignments, okay? And so this is the format that you'll see for each of the modules. And our very first module is called the pre-module, and it only lasts for the first week. And the entire purpose of it, or the topics in it, are getting familiar with Canvas and how I operate as an instructor. Okay, so it doesn't really get into content yet. We won't get into content until week 2. So there are a few things you're going to need to do before the end of the first week or the pre-module. That is, you'll need to purchase your textbook, complete the 2 self-checks, and go through the week 1 building community discussion. Okay, so those are all due on the Friday. Work is always due on the Friday. And that's at the end of the pre-module. And if you don't complete it, you do run the risk of being dropped from the course. Make sure you complete all 3. The first 2 things, these are just quick little quizzes. They're only worth about 5 points each. You'll go through, you'll answer the questions. They're all about how to get around in Canvas and what my expectations are. And the second one is very similar. This one's a little bit more of an overview of the humanities in general. And you'll find that information in the multimedia sections of the course, as well as this introduction, all these different topics that we cover in here. All right. And then the last thing you'll be doing is the week 1 building community. So a couple of words of caution. First thing, it's informal writing, but we expect proper etiquette. So please be kind and courteous to others and cordial. You want to make sure that you're using PG rated or teen rated slang. You may use emojis and emoticons, especially when you're doing your responses to one another. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to type out your discussions in a Word doc or a Google Doc and save that just in case something happens and you lose it. That way you have a backup record. And then you'll copy that text into the submission box in Canvas. Okay, you will not attach. You cannot attach anything in this class. The plagiarizer checker is not as functional for attached documents and sometimes won't scan them at all. So everything you submit in this class, you'll copy and paste into the text box with one exception. And that exception is the images themselves. Images cannot copy and paste over. It's a glitch that happens when you paste something into a submission box in Canvas. You can see it, but no one else can. And then after you submit and refresh, no one can see it. So what you have to do is for images, you have to use the embed or insert. It looks like a little mountain icon. Again, you cannot attach. So no attachments no matter what. So no attachments of text and no attachments of images. Okay. And then you'll go through and you'll answer these questions. There's basically 4 parts of the discussion. The first one is to tell us a little about yourself. The second part is to answer one of my humanities inspired questions. And then the other 2 parts are to add a selfie or a picture in your post, and then also to change your profile icon. Okay. Not completing one of these could get you either less points or no points for the discussion. So you want to make sure you do all 4. If you have questions about the images, feel free to reach out to me. They should be appropriate. They should be appropriately sized. And then once you've done those things and posted, you'll want to respond to some peers, okay? And so here are some suggestions on how to start the conversation. And again, be kind and be appropriate, okay? So to recap, what you're gonna be looking at here is the first kind of pre-module, right? This first week. You'll want to go through all the course policies. You'll want to view all the multimedia. And then finally, you'll want to purchase your textbook, do the 2 quizzes, and complete the building community discussion that are all due at the end of the first week. Okay, and that must be submitted by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time that Friday. And like I said, if you don't do those things, you do run the risk of being dropped from the course. All right, so if you have questions, reach out. I'm looking forward to reading these. These are always a really exciting way to start the class. So good luck, and we'll be talking soon. Thank you.